I had a meal on my last Disney World vacation that shocked me. I've been going to Disney World for decades at this point, but this meal crystallized in my mind exactly how expensive food has gotten.
$1,300,000,000,000,000,000.
When I went to pay, I viscerally felt the dollars draining from my bank account. Was it spending over $300 at Space 220? No, that was a delightful, one-of-a-kind experience. Was it seeing how much pricier some of the small bites at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival have gotten? No, I mean, inflation is a thing. It was a meal I ordered at Rosie's All-American Cafe at Disney's Hollywood Studios theme park at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, USA. Mr. Moneybags over here had the audacity to order one kid's meal of chicken nuggets for my son, one extra side of fries, and one Coke Zero for my wife and I to share. The total for this kid's meal that my son only ate one nugget of, not that I'm bitter, and half a snack, $20 American. I was outraged, frustrated, and honestly a little hangry because, let me remind you, I didn't even order a meal there. I thought about the other guests around me, hearing screams from Tower of Terror in the distance as if it was our bank accounts personified. How many of them felt like the food at Disney World was a ripoff? I'm James from Guide to WDW, and I'm here today in hopes of helping other guests not have that same experience I had that afternoon at Hollywood Studios. Dining at Disney World can be incredible, and you can actually save a significant amount of money on it, if you know what to do. Today, I'm sharing 8 tips that will help you make the most of your food budget at Disney World. From lesser-known discounts to smart mealtime strategies, these tips will make sure that you dine like Disney royalty. Tip number 1. You don't have to order the side. Here's a Disney World dining secret that most people don't know. Quick service meals almost always feature an entree and a side, but the menu doesn't show that you can order just the entree and skip the side for a lower price. Very sneaky. So if you don't care about the side and want to save a couple of bucks, ask for the entree only. Tip number 2, ABD. Always be discounting. Coupons aren't just for closers, so you can ABD with your AP, DVC, and D23. See? Annual pass holders, DVC, Disney Visa credit card, and other memberships all receive discounts at certain dining locations. There are too many discounts to list here, but always ask if the restaurant takes any discounts. You may be surprised. Even AAA has a good discount at Earl of Sandwich. Tip number 3, sign up for loyalty programs. Here are a few ways you can use dining loyalty programs to your advantage at Disney World. 1, you can use Starbucks Stars at Disney Springs. 2, Shula's and Sprinkles both offered birthday freebies. Who doesn't want a steak and a cupcake on their birthday? Just don't mix those two up, or else you'll end up with a medium rare red velvet cupcake and cream cheese on your filet mignon. 3, Landry's Club. You can use Landry's Club at T-Rex, Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs, and the Rainforest Cafe at Animal Kingdom. Wait, why does Disney World have 2 Rainforest Cafes? Why does nobody talk about this? You can even use this inside the theme parks at Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom, which is actually owned and operated by Landry's. Tip number 4, split meals. Portions at Disney World are actually pretty generous, so many meals can be split between members of your party. This is definitely the move if you have a kid who isn't going to eat the $10 worth of a meal anyway. So I don't have another chicken nugget meltdown, I now order a meal and an extra side to share with my son. I also pack extra snacks. Speaking of kids' meals, tip number 5, order from the kids' menu at counter service restaurants. Disney World is great for the kid at heart, but what about the kid at stomach? Now, I am a good boy rule follower by nature, and technically, the menus say that kids' meals are for ages 9 and younger. But this is truly a victimless crime. In fact, it's not even a crime at all. You are giving them money in exchange for food. No one is checking on who is actually eating it. It's okay to order a smaller portion if that works better for your budget or appetite. Tip number 6, have breakfast in your hotel. They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but you might want to skip that meal inside the parks for a couple of reasons. First of all, you can save a lot of money if your hotel has complimentary breakfast. On a recent stay at Swan Reserve, we got a free continental breakfast thanks to our Bonvoy status. Not only was this awesome, but we saved over $200 on breakfast over the course of a week. Another option is to buy some cereal, pastries, and granola bars from the grocery store and just eat them in your hotel room. The other big reason to skip breakfast at the parks is that it saves you time while lines are shortest. Don't wait in the giant line at the Main Street Starbucks when you could be going on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train instead. Tip number 7, look out for good value restaurants. Remember those expensive chicken nuggets that I'm definitely not still angry about and keep mentioning for unrelated reasons? It bothered me because it felt like a bad deal. I didn't feel like chicken nuggets and fries and a soda justified the price tag. This is actually something I've noticed for a long time at Disney World. While Disney has upped its food game in the past decade, there is still a big gap between the good restaurants and the bland burger factories. If you go to the wrong restaurant, which unfortunately can be the ones designed to serve the most number of guests quickly, you can feel like you're paying a theme park premium for some pretty run-of-the-mill food. However, there are tons of great restaurants that actually have really high quality food for a reasonable price. So if you know where to go, you'll feel like your vacation food budget is money well spent. Satuli Canteen, Skipper Canteen, all the canteens, Docking Bay 7, Ronto Roasters, Baseline Tap House, Creations Eatery, or is it Connections Eatery? I can never remember. Sunshine Season, Spice Road Table. The list of good and reasonably priced Disney World restaurants is actually pretty long, and I ran out of breath during that sentence. If you have a recommendation for a Disney World restaurant that's actually a really good value, share it in the comments below so we can all get more bang for our buck at Disney World. And tip number 8. Buy Disney gift cards at a discount. Disney gift cards are your best friend when it comes to saving money at Disney World. They're accepted inside theme parks, at the resorts, and even at certain Disney Springs restaurants. And you can easily purchase them at a discount, and then stack them with the other discounts I mentioned earlier. If you're looking to maximize your savings on Disney gift cards on not just your food, but your entire vacation, then you won't want to miss this video here, where I explain our strategy on how we consistently save 5 to 20% on our Disney World vacations.